Hey, what's up? Welcome back, guys. Farmer John Deere t-shirt. Got out of the tractor for a second. If you have finished our previous episode, you know that we got some crops growing. We got a bald spot over here. I'm not really happy about the bald spot, but it is what it is. And we don't have any weeds yet. So we bought another field on the map here. Saving content. It's always going to do that. We own field 49, which is number 2 on property. We now own that, and we have already plowed it, and what did we do? We rolled it.
Bro, we oh goodness, it's happening again. We didn't roll it, we did it with this machine. We mulched it.
Mulched it. Okay, that's the mulcher. This is a roller. That's the mulcher. Okay, so we did all that, and now we're going to go ahead and fertilize it with the fertilizer attachment, and then seed it, which I'll have to move this out of the way. And then we'll have crop getting ready to grow in that field. Once again, as we've said in all the other videos in this series, we are partnered with Giant Software. That's why we're doing this. I am kind of relearning the game as we go, and also helping any potential new want to play farm sim player with understanding, you know, what all you got to, what you're doing in the game to make the biggest bang for your buck on being a farmer. Super excited about Farm Sim 25. I can't stress that enough. We finally got the official cinematic trailer. We did our reaction to that trailer. If you want to go check out that video, and we're going to have links for pre-ordering the game, as well as the links for getting Farm Sim 22 if you want to go ahead and jump on that one for the next couple months until 25 is available, and get a feel for the game and just have some fun in Farm Sim, period. And as always, that is Billy's voice that you heard here in the VC. He's our knows all about farming. He's the one teaching me what I'm doing, so that John Deere t-shirt here isn't just lost in the sauce and just aimlessly running around. How far did we say this thing spreads? I might be able to hit the whole field, like right here, maybe.
It does 40 meters, so you should be pretty close. Maybe with it, maybe with this little section up here on the right, I don't know if we'll be able to reach that, but we should be able to do the majority in one swap.
I've got it maxed out, so I have to lower it, right?
Nope, just leave it where it is. You turn it on and go.
Okay, so bravo, and we are. Oh, it's not reaching the whole thing. Oh man, I'm doing a stripe down the middle. Okay. It's a little bit wider than I thought. Yeah, it's a little wider than I thought. That's fine.
Yeah, it didn't look that wide.
All right, that's fine. So we'll go down this side. We've still got 14% capacity in the fertilizer attachment, so you can't have too much. I don't think we can fertilizer burn in this, so we'll overlap a little. We're definitely hitting the edge now and fertilizing some of the grass.
Make our grass grow faster.
Is that a thing?
We made pretty good money on our grass.
Can I actually fertilize the grass next to the field and it makes it grow faster? Oh, I bumped his corn stalks.
I don't think so. Now, if we did it, there's a section which we haven't got into that's called lawn care maintenance or whatever. They come out with a roller, kind of like those other two rollers we looked at earlier, and you can roll the grass. And I believe it makes it to where you can cut it and fertilize it and all that.
Wow.
The roller for the grass, most of the time, just takes it back a stage and grows. So, but it's used for maintenance of the grass. That's something I never have fooled with in real life, of course, is, you know, but people make a lot of money with grass.
All right, so we're 100% fertilized. We hit the whole field. Woo!
Good job.
I mean, we hit the
On to
whole
the
field
next.
and then some. And
Yeah,
we've still
that's
got
all right.
272 liters at 8%. So we used about half of what we had remaining on that field, so that's good. We still got some fertilizer. We'll end up having to get another bag and refilling, but
oh yeah. But we definitely like the big bags.
yes.
That helped us much. And then buying that piece of attachment for it helped
The
us
hook.
a tremendous amount. Yeah,
Hey, you got to learn something about those.
I did. I had never used those before. I kind of did the old-fashioned way. I never bought those. I just kind of used the forks on the tractor.
All right, so what should we do now? We have what? Oats, wheat, and barley are the three that we're growing.
Yep.
Should we?
I mean, we could double up on wheat.
Okay.
We can look at our crops here and see what we might want to do. We'll check it out here before we decide what we're going to do. Once you get it attached. We can decide. Now, of course, there's certain things that we don't want to plant just yet because we don't own a combine with the two different heads. So,
Yeah. So this is what I want next.
Yep. Now, I think we have some seeds. If you want to go ahead and fill that up before we get started.
I mean, it's got 597 liters at 33% still in it.
Okay, we can try that.
And it's I don't have any other bags, so I'd have to go get another bag.
Yeah, let's use what we got, and if we have to, we can just leave it sitting in the field and go do that.
All right, so the way I do this is select. So I've got oat.
Okay, we have a field of that, right?
I've got canola. I got soybeans. I got sorghum. Oilseed radish.
Okay, that's for like planting before wintertime. All right.
Grass.
Yeah,
wheat,
we don't want no grass.
Barley, oat, and now we're going back through. So we've already got wheat, barley, oat. Do I need anything special for canola?
No. We can do canola.
Okay.
Or we can do sorghum.
What's sorghum for?
Sorghum, it took me a sorghum is put in the flour mill to make flour. So it's like a flour plant. You produce flour out of it.
All right, we'll do that. Look, your corn stalks are getting in the way. I can't help it, okay? I'm just going to bend them slightly. I'm just going to bend them slightly. I'm not breaking them. They're not snapping. And I mean, I'm not making crop circles.
Nope.
So we're good. All right, so I need to lower it and then turn it on.
Turn it on. Now that's a little aggravating, and it's not. But remember, we ran it the last time.
I think this, though, I can slightly tell the difference.
Yeah. Let's go back to that map that we looked at earlier.
See the difference.
Okay. Okay. Good.
And see if it's showing. Oh, yep. It's got a green strip, so it's showing that it's growing now. Okay.
There's
but
your line.
you can kind of see the difference in texture. It's got the grooves for like where the seeds were in rows. So I can see that.
I think it did that the last time. I think that's how we did it the last time. Yeah.
All right, so V, Bravo.
You lower it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you did. Okay, just making sure.
I think I'm going to go ahead and do headline. I should have done that.
Get you out of that other farmer's crop.
Yeah. Now what I like about it is I can just leave the machine running and lift it, and it's not burning up seed.
Yep.
Until I lower it. So I don't have to shut it off, lift it, turn it on, lower it. I can just lift it, get positioned, and then lower it.
You know that's got to be hard on that equipment, even in real life. Turning it on and off, turning it on and off, you know? As long as you can lift it, I feel like you're okay.
And I'm going to follow this bend of one, or this curve one time. Just to put a green outline on the whole field.
The worst, this side's not bad, you know, but that other side with that cross is the one that's aggravating. Well, I wouldn't use the word aggravating, but you got to pay attention to.
There's a tree there. Excuse me, Mr. Tree.
We got to get lined up. Can't afford to waste the ending seed. Seed's too expensive.
Yep.
I bet it's real expensive right now.
I'm not trying to buy it.
Me neither. I'd hate to even know what them big old bags of seed cost. Oh yeah, I can definitely see it now. You're lying.
Mm-hmm.
If you'll notice, at least I've noticed it, as long as you're doing your outside, it's kind of slow. But once you get in the middle, you can actually go pretty fast.
Yep.
Them outside lines is what takes such a long time. I've noticed that. I mean, you're seeding it 7 mile an hour.
Yeah, he's getting a little quick with his turns, his 3-point turns to get lined up.
Yeah.
He's starting to get
all
the
in
hang
practice.
of it.
Yeah. All practice.
Actually, I guess it's more of a 5-point turn sometimes, but that's fine.
Yeah, especially when you're over by the corn, you know?
Don't want to damage my neighbor's crop. He will get mad at me.
Now, yeah, especially if it's a neighbor that we already have a problem with, you know.
I didn't bump your fence, lady. I promise I didn't bump your fence.
Doesn't have to call the law on her.
Oh no.
So actually she called the law on us for bumping her. She thinks we bumped her fence. Can't get good neighbors nowadays. Neighbors are hard to find. Good ones, anyway.
I got lucky. I got some pretty good neighbors. He's a farmer, and
our neighbors are. Go ahead.
He actually like farms. That's what he does, and it'll be nothing for us to come home one day and see like a plastic bag with some squash and zucchini in it, just sitting on the porch.
Oh wow!
Because like if we weren't home,
yeah,
he'll bring them over and just leave them on the porch swing, and it's like, oh wow, okay, he brought us some squash.
That's good neighbors.
Yep.
That's definitely a good neighbor to have.
Little man goes over and goes fishing. They got a pond on the property. He goes over and he's like, all right, I'm going fishing. I'm like, all right. He'll grab his pole and his tackle box and go across the street, and they'll be out there fishing. And then
that's awesome.
Their grandson that he goes over there and fishes with carries a copperhead handler. And the other day he actually had to go ahead and pop one.
Oh wow!
Yeah. Because we were out back by the pool and I heard it, "Gow!" And I'm like, what are they fishing with? Dynamite? She's like, nope. I guarantee you a snake came around them. And I was like, all right. And then sure enough, little man came home and he talked about it. I was like, okay, well, as long as y'all know what you're doing, you're safe about it. But he's grown up, you know, on the farm all his life, so.
Oh yeah. We don't have close neighbors. None of my neighbors. Well, one neighbor's got cattle, but which you can get into in this game too, folks. We haven't got there yet, but he's got cattle. Most of ours are fields. But they're not right on, you know, they're a distance away from them. So.
Yeah, I think I know he's got some cows. The other neighbor next door has a donkey that doesn't ever shut up. I always hear, and then I don't know if the one across the street that brings us the squash has any other livestock. But I know he does a couple, like he's always got the big rolls of hay on like a lowboy trailer loaded up that he's hauling off. And then I know at least squash. I don't know what else that he does, what other crop, but I know at least squash because he brings us some. And then like I said, I see the big rolls of hay.
If he don't have livestock, he probably sells it. Oh yeah, I like fried squash. Fried squash is the bomb.
Yep. That we got a place around here that does a mean fried okra. Woo.
Oh, I love fried okra. My dad can cook. Oh. Yeah. My dad can cook some fried okra.
We got a place called Good Old Boys Barbecue. They do good fried green tomatoes, fried okra, fried pickles. Some of the best pulled barbecue in the area. And they got these thing called porky fries, where it's a big order of French fries with the pulled pork on it, cheese, bacon.
Yeah.
It's basically like a loaded baked potato but on French fries. and it's got pulled barbecue on it, and they did it. It's so big that they had to add in a half version because most people can't. You know, for a single person to order it for like their meal, you're not finishing that order. It's more of like an appetizer for the table before your meal gets there, or a multi-purpose meal to order a full order of porky fries. And then they brought in the porky mac and cheese, which is the same thing, only mac and cheese bed, and that's just amazing.
Right. Yeah, we've got one that does a baked potato, which taters you can do in the game too, folks, by the way. That's a long process. But yeah, we've got one kind of like you were talking about the French fries, but dude, their potatoes are absolutely huge.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Yeah, we've got one of those too. That it's like a 4 pound. I think I weighed it one time when I got it. It was like every bit of 4 pounds.
Oh wow. So let's check the fertilizer right fast. See where I think we're at.
All right, so weeds are growing. It needs rolling. We're at 100% fertilized, 95% yield.
Okay, when we roll it, it should. I don't think we're missing anything. Let's roll it, and then that should be.
Will rolling deal with the weeds that are growing? Because that's the first time I've seen it say weeds growing. It doesn't even say that on the other fields that are already growing.
No. I think that's because we forgot to turn them on when we did it. I think that's what's happening.
Oh, so we might not get weeds in those fields?
Maybe, maybe not.
Okay.
But we definitely have weeds in that one field.
Yeah.
For sure. So I'm hoping when we roll it. I mean, did we get a sprayer?
No.
Did we get a sprayer or did we get the weed? Okay.
We just
got
the
weed puller.
The weed puller that's inside the barn.
We may have to wait, since it says weeds are growing, we may have to wait till they sprout, like we did with those. And then we may have to, we should have weeds in it.
Okay.
But that's good. That's what we're shooting for.
I forgot how big this is.
Yep, it's pretty good size. I think, it's definitely bigger than the other one. So.
The helicopter view.
Helicopter.
All right, lower it and roll on.
Yep.
Roll on. Oh yeah.
There's that picture we were finally looking for.
Don't judge his lines. He's learning.
That's right. Dude, like I said in the other videos, I still can't do a straight line. And I've got over 600 hours in this game, and I still to this day cannot do a straight line.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Come on, get in the trees. Get in there and lift.
Now with the roller, I think, okay, so it does, okay, good. The super big one, you have to fold it to get it to, that's awesome. At least here you can lift it up.
Yeah. Tractor's getting dirty again. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Gonna need a pressure washer. Gonna need to pressure wash this here tractor again. Can I just do
Doing
this?
your headlands, you might only have one or two.
I'm just gonna go ahead and start swiping. As big
Why,
as this
yeah.
thing is, I'm not at risk of damaging any field. I did the tough, tight corner or side first. I'm just gonna go ahead and roll on. Oh, got a little bit cockeyed there. That's fine. Oh, you know.
Oh, it's gonna be what? Maybe 4 swipes.
Yeah.
5 swipes.
Oh, don't miss it.
No, you got it.
Excuse me, tree. Need to get right next to you. Oh, my tire's hitting a tree.
Uh-oh.
I missed a little tiny spot there. I need to get.
Yeah,
I didn't
we'll
think
get that
about
on
I didn't think about the tree line here when I didn't do this. I should have done this one swipe so I didn't have to drive that far off the side of the field.
Well, this is a new field too, so we're still learning the field too.
Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. You're all over the place now. John Deere t-shirt. You're all over the place, dude. We've been giving you good praise this whole time. And then you go and look like you don't know what you're doing.
That looks like that's a big piece of equipment though. So maybe he just not got used to it yet. This is our first field that's actually got a bend in it. You know, our other fields have been straight. There we go. Doing it like a professional now.
And I'm not sure if I got that little spot over here that I missed because of a tree, so we're just gonna run it down this line one more again.
Make sure we get it.
It was right around there. Yoink. Alright, so do that. And do this.
Hold it. Let's check it, see where we're at.
Alright, so we need weeder. Weeds are growing, need a weeder, and we're at 98% yield.
We got a weeder. But I wonder if we need to let it pop up. That's what I would guess. So we're not exactly 100% yet. We're going to have to let the weeds pop up. And then we'll run our weeder across it. And then we should be in good shape.
Alright. So at least now, so it's possible that we're not, it may not pop up weeds in the fields that we did prior to turning on weeds.
Right. Right.
There might only be,
Which makes sense.
it might only have weeds in the new field because weeds weren't yet
Yep.
running in the game when we planted, fertilized, and got the first 3 fields ready, which okay, so that's
Right.
another learning thing. I just learned something else. I had turned them on hoping that we'd get to see them, but maybe you have to have them on prior to having
Starting with that.
a field in growth status for weeds to be a factor.
Right. Well, we were trying different things. At first, we tried them without. So in our next cycle for those fields, like we were saying, we'll definitely have weeds in them.
Yep.
So that's like you said, that's a learning experience. But we definitely got weeds growing in the new field for sure, 100%. So we will have weeds in it before you know it.
Now there's something that we got to do real quick, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, you gotta wash his tractor.
Yes.
We pay enough for equipment. We need to take care of it. I agree with you 100%.
So, note taken. If you want to implement the realism of using and having to weed your garden prior to planting your crop, you need to make sure that you have weeds on so that you will be able to take advantage of that aspect of the game. Because our first 3 fields, we didn't have weeds on. We're probably not going to get weeds in those fields. But our newest purchase definitely has weeds in it, and I'm gonna have to weed. Why do those hoses still look dirty? You better come clean. I like having pretty. There it is. There it is. I like having clean equipment.
Yeah, it's definitely not cheap. You gotta take care of it. That's for sure. That's what I've never understood. Some people just let it go and it gets dirtier and dirtier.
Nope.
I couldn't even do that in real life. You know, if you spend, let's say that tractor in real life's probably 80,000 and you just don't clean it.
Nope.
Me personally, I can't see that.
I'd tell the dealership when I went to buy it, you throw me in a pressure washer and it's a deal. I guarantee you they'll come off a pressure washer for me to make that sale on this tractor.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
All right, what is it? It's 2:30 in the afternoon. I just want to know. We're going to go ahead and call it a day for John Deere T-shirt before we end this video. Because we're coming to the end of an episode. We got this field ready. So again, let's go recap. We have this field planted with sorghum. It is growing, 98% yield bonus. It is 100% fertilized, and we have weeds that are growing in the field because weeds are on now. So I want to see what happens after one little just to be ready. Yeah, just to be ready for next time we get in here and see what's going on. So let's wake up at 7 a.m. and let's see what happens. All right, so it rained during this, however long our cycle is. Now, we were in October. Let's see. We are in November, and it's dark out. Wow.
Dark.
Whoa.
You got a flashlight. There you go.
All right, we got us
That'll
a flashlight.
be enough to see.
We're in November, and there's weeds. I see weeds. It says weed medium hoe. So we should be able to use the weeder on this.
Yep.
We're at 80.
It's after they get to large, you can't use it.
Okay, so medium's fine, and it won't damage our crops at the state they're at, correct? With the weeder?
Nope.
Awesome. All right, so it's early morn. The sun's not fully rised. We are in the month of November, so that cycle sped up a lot. Yeah, these are still 100%. They're growing. They don't have weeds. Look at how tall our crops are now. That's our oats.
Oh, I know.
And let's see what we got over here. This is wheat. No weeds. Still 100% yield. And I bet you that bald spot still. And then making my angry bald spot. All right. And then let's see this last field over here real quick. This is our barley. So yeah, that's definitely, that was confirmation right there, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, watching you. I didn't touch your fence. Anyway, so that was the confirmation that I was looking for. Weeds have to be on in order to get them. And you can see them right there. Like you can see the difference between our crop, which is the sorghum, and you can see the weeds are all over this field. Wow. Now let's look at the map and see if you can see anything. So what's weird is this one is growing. This one isn't.
Yeah, I don't know
Like,
what the deal is there.
They're not green, but they're growing, obviously.
Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of odd.
Yep, I don't understand.
So let's go through our filters and see if we can see weeds. See if our filters have weeds.
Yes. This one has weed.
So you got weeds.
This one just says mulched. These three.
Huh. Well, they're definitely growing. So
yeah, I've got crops in them. I don't know what's So that's wheat. This is barley. I don't have canola. I've got oat. So that's oat. So I don't know. And then, so the only things I really need to see are, hold on, let's turn off all of these. I don't care about corn. I don't care about sunflowers. I don't care about soybeans, potatoes.
Don't forget about your sorghum.
Yep, I'm going to turn on sorghum. Grapes I don't need on. Poplar and olives I don't need on. So I've got wheat. I've got barley. I've got oat. And I've got sorghum. So those are the 4 colors for the different fields. And look at that. Look at that bald spot. Do you see that? It shows the bald spot on the map. Oh, they're never going to let me live it down. Ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you're having fun with Farmer John Deere t-shirt. We've got some weeds. That's what we're finally to breaking out the weeder. So be looking forward to next week's episodes that come out. We will be breaking out the weeder in field 49, our new piece of property, in our sorghum field, and we will be weeding the field to get our 100% yield. Again, check out the description for links for pre-ordering FarmSim 25, FS22, and all of its DLCs. And we appreciate you guys. Like it, leave a comment, let us know what you're liking about it or what you're doing in your farming. Thank you again to Billy for helping me out and being in VC with me while we do this. And from all of us here at Hollow Point Gaming, we'll see you on the next one. Appreciate you.
See y'all later.